I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
All right, people, write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter.
L O G.
What's that? What?
It's time. It's time to have real, honest, open, difficult, and inspiring conversations. It's time for Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Well, hello there, family. Welcome to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. You know I'm going to say it because I like to. That's WURDradio.com. So, how are you doing today? How are you? Today is Thursday, April 27th, and I am your host, Carol Riddick, and I am joined by the incomparable Miss Kayla J, who's making sure everything runs smoothly. Listen, family, you know what I like to do. You know I like to know that you're out there. Family, if you're on our socials, send us some love. Say hey. Send us a hello so that we can share the love that you share with us. And for those of you who are watching, we feel your love. You know we do. We know we do. Just listening, I should say. You listen to me. For those of you who are just listening, we feel all the love that you are sending us as well. And hey there. If today's your birthday, happy birthday. If it isn't, well, put that in your pocket. And if I missed it, hold that, or I should say, charge that. Look at that. Charge that to my head and not to my heart. How about that? But you can put it in your pocket too and save it for the next one if you like. So, family, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? I ask you from time to time to let me know what's going on in your world. I want to know if there's something that you specifically want to talk about right here on Love and Life, because this is the place to do so. We're transparent here, and I am. I share everything with y'all. I do. But if there's something that you want to talk about specific, let me know, because I'm interested in knowing. And in doing so, I want to talk about some things with you. So tonight, as we continue our celebration of art this week, of artists, of creatives, all of that good stuff, tonight's guests are a Grammy-nominated duo. They are producers and songwriters who've worked on numerous recording projects as songwriters, producers, and also as vocalists. Inclusive of recordings for Grammy winners Celine Dion and Gloria Estefan, they both wrote and produced the song Get to Know Me that won a Grammy for Best Children's Album. As performers, they toured internationally and have performed at possibly every venue with which you're familiar. They were also handpicked to perform at the inaugural 2014 Grammy Festival at Sea, Women Who Rock, performing alongside other legendary performers such as Hart and Emmylou Harris. Family, I invite you to meet my girls, my sisters, Helen Brunner and Terry Jones. Hey there, mamas. Hey there.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Great.
I won't complain. Ain't no need, right? Ain't no need. Come on now. Hell, I see you with those glasses. I like those glasses.
Well, thank you, darling. Listen, no lashes, wear glasses.
You know what? Okay. I'm never ready for you. I've known you how long? Practically all my life, and I'm still not ready for you, okay? You are a mess.
In a long, 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 long time.
I know.
Long, 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 long,
I
long, long.
know. I know. I know.
Mhm.
But listen, I found it so necessary to have y'all come into the room and talk. First of all, because I wanted to show some diversity. You know, we don't have a lot of females that come to join us who do everything that the two of you do.
Really?
Oh, really?
Not to come to, no, I'm not saying they don't exist. They haven't come to join us.
Oh.
They haven't come to join
Okay,
us.
okay.
Not yet. Yeah, they haven't come to join us just yet.
I know they coming. I know you. So I know you. I know they're gonna be invited. Absolutely.
You know that's right. You know that's right. You know, because
Okay.
we like to spread the love here on Love and Life. But family, what you should know about these two women, these two women right here. Okay, I read this short little quip about them, but that does not encompass nearly half of all the things that they do and all of who they are. And I'm not just saying that because they're my girls. I know what you're saying. Listen, I feel you. But that is not it. Because if I didn't know them, and when I did not know them, I was saying the same thing. Like those two right there. So, Chloe says, hey,
Hey,
sends
Chloe.
her love.
Helen's on the phone. I mean, on the Zoom. I mean, the
Right.
screen guard.
Yeah, well, it's all the same to her.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's all the same to her. But so what I want to jump into is from where you both come. I want our family members who are unfamiliar with you to know from where you come and how you met.
Oh wow, we played together in heaven.
That's what we always say.
My mom adopted Terry. That's her mother. Child, they went. Please, they get on my nerves. Well, my mom is no longer here, but they were more alike than me and my biological mother. And today is the 10th anniversary of my mom passing, and I have come a long way, baby. And I'm just happy, and I feel her energy. Right there.
Yeah. We feel her very, very strong today. So just celebrating her life and what she brought to ours.
I love that. I love that. You know, you and I, well, we talk constantly about our mothers and the loss that we feel. You know, we talk about that void and we talk about the aftermath, as you might want to say, and how we are all, we're all trying. We're all trying. Some days are better than others, but we're all so grateful. Yeah. You know, as I like to say, I have a happy inside my hurt. I have a happy inside my hurt.
I like that.
You know, y'all, you've heard me say it. You know, I have a happy inside my hurt because, you know, and I believe we all feel the same way.
Yes,
having lost all of our mothers, and we've bonded in so many ways, but that is the one way. That way right there, talking about our mothers, that will be the long-standing way that we will always, it'll always pull us right in, right in. When one of us mentions one of our mothers, that's it. That's it. That's it. That is it.
Interesting, but going back almost 30 years, when Terry was in the studio, she was working on a project, and I had decided I was going to leave and move to London. So she said, "Hel, her background singers didn't show up. She said, Hel, can you come in and sing?" And I said, "Oh, okay." So I went in with her, and the sound was so crazy. It was like, whoa, we got something special. I flew on out to London, and I left. And then I called back home. It was in June. I was in London, and they were home barbecuing because it was Terry's birthday. Her mom, everybody's all together, and I'm free. I packed up all my bags, and I flew back to America. And I've been here ever since. And me and Terry ended up doing what we do now, Helen Brunner Terry Jones. So, you know, we never thought our styles would work because we're so different, but yet the blend was something that we had, you know, it was like, wow, okay.
Yeah. It was like, especially being in the studio, and you know this, Carol, creatively, just being able to blend and have a specific sound. Not everybody will blend together in a way that's, you know, good to the ears or good to the public. So it was just automatic. I was like, whoa, okay.
You know, I want to say something to that point, family. So to what they're referring, you know, there's a skill set. You can be a lead vocalist, or you can be support, or you can be both. Those who have that skill set to do both. You know, not everybody has that. Not everybody wants to do support. There are a lot of people who just want to do lead, and you can be a lead vocalist, but if you don't know how to follow, to listen, to zone in, to tune in, if you don't know anything about dynamics, inflections, if you don't know anything about anything, then the product that you create will be a reflection of that. So it takes a lot. You know, I've been talking with a lot of family members in the industry as of late, and we're talking about the changes in the industry, talking about 2023 as opposed to when we were all coming up. And I don't have those conversations that much about blending and about dynamics and inflections and things of that nature, just because things have changed.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that it's good, bad, or indifferent, just because of the changes, you know. So when I get to talk with you all and we're talking about these things and it's so familiar to me and I know what that means and I know the work involved, it's a different world now.
Yeah.
It's a different world.
It's totally different. You know, it's back in the day, you know, we would go to concerts and we would watch Luther's background vocals list as much as we would watch him. Or when the Jones Girls was behind Diana Ross and the Perry sisters behind Anita Baker. And I mean, I knew Yolanda McCullough, who was behind with Cissy Houston with Ashford and Simpson. Like, all these things, you know, being a kid, we were into reading credits, man. Credits.
That was huge.
Back and forth, again and again and again. And we knew the writers and the musicians and background vocalists as much as we knew the artists. It was just as important, you know?
It sure was. It really was, Hal.
Fisher with Luther.
Lisa, oh
like
my goodness.
Where she comes from, you know, and you know she's a beast.
I was about to say Lisa Fisher is still a beast. Okay, has always been a beast.
Chaka first, and then oh gosh, what was
she's with the Rolling Stones for forever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know it's when we talk about longevity in this industry, because you know, we could name a list of people, but that list is small in comparison to those who have been in the number, as you say. It's such a small, you know, like when you think of the artists nowadays, right? You think of the up and coming artists. Where do you think they'll be in 20 years from now?
Well, you know what? The industry is so different today, because back in the day, when we were coming up, we were signed in the 90s, and that's not really that long ago. You know what I mean? You know, way back. But they would give artists a chance. Like Aretha Franklin would never make it today because she had like 4 or 5 album flops, like just done. And they kept giving her chance after chance. Alanis Morissette, 7 records.
Yeah.
Today, 16 weeks. If you ain't making it, you're out. Done. Finished.
Yes. And it's a shame. You listen, you might get one chance and that's it. And then moving on to the next artist.
A half a chance.
Oh,
come on.
Yeah. Half a chance. If you're signed to a major now, independent, if you get a project and you independent and you blow it up, then guess what? You will be around for a long time, as long as you continue up that road of creating great music and with great musicianship and really, you know, honing in on continuing the craft of being great artists and producers. If that's what you do.
Yeah. And also, I say, no, go ahead, Carol. What were you going to say?
No, go right ahead.
Also, what I've noticed is people really, they're not in it for the long haul. It's like fast food. They're like, oh, I put a record out. Oh, it ain't popping. No, I'm going to go get me a job. I'm going to go, you know, and nothing's wrong with that. But it's really got to be in your veins. It's got to be a part of your DNA, because it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't. Shoot, me and T both, we were in it 10 years or so more before we even got our first demo or record deal. And we went in the clubs and we honed our craft.
Yeah.
It wasn't from the logic to the main stages. You really had to know what you were doing. And that's why I think a lot of these young artists who are fantastic but not ready.
Right.
Because when something major happens, they break. Because they're not used to it. But we've been on the road and seeing in clubs when the whole sound system would go out.
Oh yeah, we've all had that experience.
And you still had to perform. You had to keep moving.
And people sing along. You know what I mean? Or anything could happen. You know, one of your musicians don't show up and you got to figure this thing out.
Because the show must go on.
They don't know about the show going on. It's like, oh, I'm retired. Oh, I can't take it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and it's interesting to the point that you just made about artists coming up nowadays. Like, okay, so if they come out and it doesn't work as it pertains to the majors that are still around, because we don't even have that many majors. How about that?
No,
But the majors that are still in existence, it's like, okay, you got to hit it or we quit it. You don't exist. And they move on to the next. But there's so many artists, and I see this on social media all the time, so many artists that post, you know, what's wrong with me? How come I haven't made it? You know, how come?
And they should. You know what? They're bringing that energy to themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you don't put that out there. You say a prayer and you figure, well, what did I do this time?
What can I do better?
What can I do better?
I agree with that. You know, it's interesting though, because of the comment itself, like we never asked that. Like we were always like trying to do better, trying to find the next, trying to see how we could improve upon ourselves. But I mean, listen, it's a testament to the day and age in which we live.
Right.
Like everything is so quick and so fast nowadays. Everything is so like, no, you could have this, you could have that. You know, all you have to do is try. You know, and that's an unrealistic viewpoint. No, that's not life.
And every viral blow up is not really.
And it's not. It's not that.
You think it is, but it's not.
It's not.
It's all get it twisted.
And I think also respecting the lack of respect for what came before. Something that's an issue because, you know, we sat by the feet of those who were the greats and just listened to stories and watched how they conducted themselves, all of those things. And I don't get that feeling now that that's important.
But you know what? I think that's an American thing too. I mean, because like we go to the Latin Grammys and they pay homage to what came before them.
They do. Oh my goodness.
How we all go.
Let me tell you something. Yes, that, like you said, it's a different thing. It's about culture. It's about appreciation. It's about knowing from where you come and appreciating that. It's a different thing. It's a totally different thing. And you're absolutely right. The Latin Grammys, the culture itself supports family. Togetherness. It supports supporting one another. Like it's a huge difference. Y'all, let me say, family, let me tell y'all something. Family, we go to the Latin Grammys and lose our minds because it's just fun. It's such a great time. And it's not just within the Latin community, because we sat at tables where there were people from other countries that had come to visit who, you know, we're American here. We are there. You know, we don't have any roots associated, but here we are supporting as well. Well, once you go, that's it. That's it. Once you go, you're like, okay, I'm going back. I will be there again. You support, don't you?
Yes, you see the mothers with the babies and the carrots to the grandparents to the parents, and it is just legacy all the way down, and everybody respects the culture and what's now and what became before.
Yes, yes.
This year at the Latin Grammys, there was a new artist, and her grandmother was the one that she would sit by her grandmother's feet. And her grandma would teach her to put her grandmother on her new record. And they won a Latin Grammy. And the grandmother was 84.
Oh,
when that grandmother walked up on stage with that 21-year-old, the room went up in a roar and bowed to that grandmother. You can see that's what I'm talking about. And we as a culture, as African Americans, we've created so much music and we have a tendency to just throw it away. Oh, we ain't doing that no more. We on this or that. And then another culture.
We do.
Really keep our music close. We don't mind others loving it and trying to create put their spin on it, but we can't just keep giving it away. You know, the only thing that we haven't given away, I would say, really is, and almost did with R&B and hip hop, but jazz. Come on, go look at the jazz cruises. Blues, you know what I'm saying? Gospel's turned with CCM and all of that. You really, you don't get that old traditional thing going no more. 2, 3, 2 and 4, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can talk a lot about that, but I just
no. But that's a good point, though.
What we created.
Excuse me. It's interesting that you would say that, and I do want to talk some more about it. But family, If you have just joined us, you're tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. Y'all know I'm going to say it because I just like to do so. It's WURDradio.com. Listen, join the conversation. You can do so by calling us at 215-634-8065, or you can call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. Helen made a statement that I would like to talk about when we come back from this break that we're about to take. But Helen, I want you to expound on the statement that you just made. I have a question when we come back. So family, stay with us.
Are you looking to complete your bachelor's degree after taking time away? Or maybe you're eager to earn a master's degree or industry credentials through non-credit professional certificates. Drexel University's Goodwin College of Professional Studies is designed for adult learners who are ready to enhance their careers. At Goodwin College, we meet you wherever you are in your journey so you can become your professional best. To learn more, visit drexel.edu/Goodwin.
COVID-19 may be milder for kids, except when it's not. Healthy kids can still become seriously ill, and immunocompromised children and those with underlying conditions like asthma are even more susceptible. If your kids are unvaccinated, they're not protected. Protect your kids and everyone around them. Get them vaccinated or boosted today. Learn more at covid19.nj.gov.
The Museum of the American Revolution invites you and your family to experience Black founders, the Fortson family of Philadelphia, now on display. Explore the story of free Black Philadelphian James Fortson and his descendants as they navigate the Revolutionary War, build a business in Philadelphia, and contribute to the abolition and voting rights movements. The unique journey and exceptional story of the Fortson family explores the legacy of the American Revolution and the ongoing work to realize the principle of liberty and equality for all. Information and tickets at amrevmuseum.org.
On your marks, get set.
This weekend, it's the 127th running of the Penn Relays. This time, honored tradition has set the stage for Olympic gold medalists and icons in track and field. WURD welcomes all of the runners in the 127th Penn Relays. For more information on the relays, visit pennrelays.com.
Mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURDradio.com. We are joined by none other than Helen Brunner and Terry Jones of Philerzy Entertainment. When I tell you, I am beyond happy to have these two lovely, beautiful, and talented women here with us tonight. And I'm not just saying that because they're my sisters. I'm saying that because they are phenomenal, okay? But I want to take a moment to go to our socials for one moment because some of our family members are joining us there too. Hey there, Tawanda! Tawanda said, yes, so true, preach. She was responding to one of the comments that you made. She also writes, love you guys, and I love the show. We love you more. We love you more. Nasir, but hey, Nasir, one of our friends to the show. Nasir writes, good evening, Sister Carol, and your two guests. Peace and blessings and congratulations on all of your projects. Monique Porter, love these ladies to pieces. Okay. Alfredia writes, good evening. Oh, hey there, beautiful. Viola, Hi, Miss Viola. It is so nice to see you joining us again tonight. Good evening to all, she writes. And Craig Godwin, our brother, hello there. Hi. Hey there. Hey there. Writes, hey, my sisters. Well, hey there. Family, we love all the love that you share with us. And you know, I'm telling you, you too, if you have not done so yet, can share love as well. You can reach out to us on Facebook if you'd like, or you could call us by calling 215-634-8065, or you can dial us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. Oh, I did not forget you, Tyra Lynn Natay. Hey, ladies. That's what it appears that we do have one of our family members on the phone right now. Are you still there?
Yes, I am, Cal. And ladies that's here tonight, y'all sound like the three harmonettes. Matter of fact, yes, ma'am. Matter of fact, let me tell you the story what Cal did. Cal, when she first went I think the first night she had a program, Love and Life. Her aunt on, I think that's her mother's sister. I think mother 80-some years of age, and her husband was with her. And what that did, Cal, I know you realize this. Cal was so jubilated, and the woman went on to talk, her aunt went on to talk, about her relationship, the gentleman. And the gentleman brought her a piece of art when they was dating night. So he gets in the cab to go to go somewhere. I think to go to meet her. But Cal will tell the story later on, because I might ask her to tell that story. And if she's still with us, then bring her back on. So the guy brought the lady a piece of art. So I guess in rush, he got out the cab and left the art work in the cab. So happy, because it was meant to be. He got the people got in touch with him. He got the piece of art for it now that is his wife. Story what? And so Cal went down south, right? So Cal, she's young, she's down south, right? So Cal called Miss Riddick up, and Cal said, "You know how Cal talk? Oh, Mama, right? So Miss Riddick said, Cal, hang that phone up. Oh, Baba. But look, no. But my whole, what you ladies are doing, that's a bonding. It's a wonderful thing in life to bond, and your family in particular. That will be forever, ever. And a talent, and I want you to tell that. I want you to, if you can, bring your aunt back on and you tell that story. What a wonderful love story. For better. In your life journey, ladies, you females in particular, I always say this for myself. I didn't have my mother to raise me or anything, but females does great things. When men does good things, it's not to put them down. And always remind the people, I'm not talking fresh or anything like that, ladies. How can a woman be weak when God has constructed her to bring life into this world, that brought us into this world? And I hope for you ladies as a gift, and I want you to experience what Mr. Rod is saying. It's on earth as it is in heaven, and how you treat one another. I notice when I go to homegoing services, and I've been a lot of them, I notice how when in that environment, I know when people come together and they embrace and they get to crying and making that, that's what life is all about. And when you ladies take it from a man that is 80 years of age, 80 years of age, it's like a purification, mind, body, and soul. So you three soul sisters, and look at the gift that all three of y'all have. The Philadelphia harmonizer, and I'm calling y'all the butterfly. Yes, ma'am. The reason I'm calling y'all the butterfly, ma'am, you Cal, all three of y'all, the butterfly is stronger than a lion. Well, how can an insect, a caterpillar, that goes into that cocoon, struggle to come out? You can't take it out. It has to struggle to come out. How is this insect stronger than a lion, a mammal that is made to look intimidating? And the reason y'all are stronger, all three of y'all, the butterfly, something so fragile, is a symbol of serenity and humbleness. And in humbleness, it does wonders for your health, man, you women. because of your creation, man. And it's so important to embrace. It's so important to cry. It's cleansing in the tears. Didn't that Jesus do? Jesus, if you believe in Jesus the Christ, and everything is about God. Look how many years. Let it be written. Yeah. Let it be written. The word says in your life, you can't tell Carol's story. We can't tell y'all two ladies' story unless you talk about your mother.
This is so true.
That's right. Father, but the mother is so key. So I was glad to hear something. And I certainly hope, Carol, that you will bring your auntie back on there. And I never heard your mother speak, but I heard that lady speak. And she seemed like a lady didn't take no crap either.
She sure didn't.
So anyhow, I'm enjoying it. Remember this, baby. Look on the bright side. The writer wrote that song. Always look on the bright side of life.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my!
I was in a restaurant one time. And Ron is an entertainer too.
Yes, I do know this, Ron. Yes, you are. But we love the love that you share with us.
Yes, I got up in the restaurant and I said to the people in the restaurant, I said, "Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, today is this person's birthday, and I don't want to disturb anybody, and I certainly would like to sing a little song." So I got up and I started singing. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. And the people started clapping, right? And one, the Caucasian lady, guess what she said about me?
What did she say, Ron?
What a guy. What a guy, she said. Right? So she told the lady, she said,
Ron.
"Come up with him." So the lady I took out, she said, "I just came out with him because I was hungry."
Oh my Lord. Ron, you know what? Get off of my line. Get off my line. Ron, I can't thank you enough for calling us and sharing the love that you do. Family, you know I say this all the time. We love Ron and the love that he shares. There's always a positive message that he shares with us. Always. And the couple to whom he referred was my aunt and uncle. My uncle is now 84. My aunt is 80, and they've been married for 55 years.
Wow.
So that's the couple to whom he was referring. But family, if you've just joined us, guess what? You are tuned into Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURDradio.com. And we are talking with none other than Helen Bruner and Terry Jones. We're talking about life, but you know that's what we do here on Love and Life. And before the break, and prior to our conversation and discussion with Ron, we were talking about culture. We were talking about our own culture. We were talking about the artists of today in comparison to the artists of yesterday. We were talking about Latino culture and things of that nature, and going to the Latin Grammys. And Hell, you made a statement about us giving our culture away. And I was saying that was interesting. You said I could talk about that all day. Well, guess what? Today is the day we're going to go back into that a little bit. But I'm curious to know, why do you think we do that so freely? Why do you think we give our culture away so freely? I have a. You
have a. What do you?
No, but I'm curious to know what you think. I know what I think, but I'm.
Okay. I was curious about what you was saying. Why? You know what? There's a lot. I think, as far as the industry is concerned, there's a lot of pressure put upon us as a culture to always do something new and different and be fresh. And because we are pop culture. I mean, if you don't put a stamp of approval on it. I mean, I'll never forget when who was it? Snoop was on Arsenio Hall, and he said, "It's all good." Nobody ever heard that before. When when Baby said "bling bling," next thing you know, when it was like, "Give a shout out," and all of a sudden now everybody's shouting out, everybody blinging. It's all
on the news.
On the news now. It's a bling. And we're consistently reinventing ourselves, but the problem is ownership. So all that music that we created, all those songs that we were humming back in the day when we were cleaning those houses, and then people would say, here's $50 for that song right there. We don't own the masters. So when you don't own something, you try to go and create something else and something else. But if we owned it, everything with it, the masters, the whatever it is, the copyright, the publishing, if we owned it, we would have a different sense of pride. Because what's happening is you're like, I ain't making no money with this. I ain't doing no money. Forget that. I'm going off and do something else. That's what I think.
I just think music to some people are disposable because they don't understand the business. They don't know. They're just, you have people that go in the studio, they create, and they don't take care of business while they're doing it. You know what I mean? And then they get disgruntled and it's disposable because now they're upset with someone else because they didn't take care of their business.
Yeah.
And I think it's just how people have been taught. As you said earlier, Helen, just coming into this business, and you get artists now that's going in, they record and then they hit the stage and they can't really do it because they didn't go to that school of honing in on your craft before you even hit the studio.
Yeah, and one other thing, I must tell you this. If you think of the terminology of the music industry, there's a master. When you record, there's a master. When you make a copy of that master, it is called a slave. I'm waiting on that one.
No. Listen. That's where you start right there. That's the beginning. But go right ahead.
Home that if you buy a home, when you pay off your mortgage, what do you get? Your deed. When you pay off your car, what do you get? Your title, right? But when you pay off your everything with your music, you still don't own it.
You still don't own it. You still don't own it.
When you're signed to a major label, that does not.
Yeah, when recoupable, you never recoup.
I was going to add to that the answer to the question that I asked you, why do you think we give away our culture so freely? To add to what you said, because everything that the both of you just said, I'm in agreement with, but it's because we don't know who we are. We don't know who we are. We don't know the beauty that we are. We don't know the beauty that is us. Let me say that, because we don't recognize that we as African Americans, we control commerce, quite honestly. Because if we don't buy it, it doesn't exist. Exactly. We don't know the power that we have. And that's across the board, not just with music, but again, but it goes back to you talking about commerce and about not having ownership and things of that nature. So yeah, I wanted to that was my thought on it, in addition to what you said, because we don't know who we are. We don't recognize our strength. We really don't. And of course it translates, like I said, in everything. And like you were saying, in music, here we are. But we're just being our unapologetic, authentic selves, bling, bling. It wasn't as if he, what I'm saying? It's not even us trying to do. We're just being who we are.
Exactly. When Drake said, "You fancy, huh?" And a huge record. What did our family say? "Oh, you fancy, huh?" How many times did your grandmother or even your grandfather or uncle say, "Oh, you getting cute? You fancy, huh?" They think, "Oh, it's a new saying." No, this is something that's been, come on.
Okay.
We go on, and I can bring our culture to the forefront on and over and over and over again. So it's just who we are. We bring it to the public stage.
It happens repeatedly. But one thing, family, I want to say this to you because I want you to know and understand. I'm sitting here talking with these two women, Helen Bruner and Terry Jones, and I'm talking like I don't know them. But you know what they say. As much as you think you know people, you don't know anything at all. But I tell you this, what I do know, I know enough about them to know how much they have helped other people. I know that. Now, I know that. If I don't know anything else, because I'm one of those people, but I know that. But there are so many people in this industry that you've helped. So many people in this industry that continue to call you for assistance, for advice, for guidance, for counseling, and all of that good stuff. Listen, we're going to take a short commercial break in just a moment, but when we come back, before we talk about what's going on with them right now, okay, I want to talk about that, about your service, about your commitment to serving others. And because it's been such a long time now that y'all have been serving other people. And I understand from where that comes. I understand the root of that. But to let our family members know all of who you are, because I want them to know all about you being, artists and producers and songwriters and everything under that that umbrella. But I also want them to know about you, the women who serve, your commitment to serving other people. I want them to know your hearts. You understand me? So family, stay with us, okay? Because we're only going to take a short break, but we will be right back.
What are you waiting for? If you've been enjoying the information and interviews WURD provides every day or come out to our community events, it might be time to become a member. This year marks the 20th anniversary of WURD, and there's no better time to join the forward movement. Sign up or renew your sustaining membership at just $90 or your digital membership for just $5 a month. Join online at wordradio.com/membership or pick up the phone and give us a call at 215-425-7875. Press 4 for assistance. The time to join is now.
What am I waiting for? Finally, it's time for a new mayor. The election is May 16th, but this time we don't have to wait. We can vote early. I'm Pastor Marshall Mitchell of Salem Baptist Church, and I'm voting for Jeff Brown. The reason I'm talking to you today is to let you know that you can get a ballot early and really make your vote count. Jeff Brown's my choice because he's committed to helping people in a way one rarely sees. I've seen how he's gone into the tough places, opened supermarkets, helped people, fed communities, and worked with people so that they could develop their own careers and professions.
Jeff has supported me from the moment that I met him.
He's been a pillar in our community for years. He wants to see the change. No one in City Hall even comes close.
Jeff Brown is the only candidate who can run this city the right way for the neighborhoods and people, not just folks downtown. Join me and cast your ballot as soon as you can.
Paid for by Jeff Brown for mayor.
On your marks. Get set.
This weekend, it's the 127th running of the Penn Relays. This time-honored tradition has set the stage for Olympic gold medalists and icons in track and field. WURD welcomes all of the runners in the 127th Penn Relays. For more information on the relays, visit pennrelays.com.
Tune in this Saturday from 5 to 6 p.m. for the Islam Today show with a perspective on moral guidance and Islamic principles and values.
April is National Poetry Month.
Yo, everybody want to get nice, but everything comes at a price. It's like everybody got their own vice, man. Huffing the mic, plus women that I need in my life. Some strung out on religion and believing in Christ. The next man needs a paper steady pulling the heights. This next one is fiend steady huffing the pipe. Yo, this other one is fiend steady loving your wife. Try to get a youth advice and God and light. Young boys in the street getting high tonight. Young brothers upstate hype trying to fight. Why they bitter? Cause they peoples ain't flying a kite. What I do is for change. Cigarette smoke heads with bad nerves. Old men in the barbershop using bad words. My people in the darkness unseen and heard for hip-hop. Do not get the meaning slurred. My flow is disturbed. The presence is the most preferred. I descend upon Philly and a bow-winged bird. Talk hustle. About 4 million served and still swerved. I'm directing y'all like Spielberg.
That's Vintage Black Thought on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. You are tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURD radio.com. And we are joined with none other than Helen Bruner and Terry Jones of Philerzi Entertainment. I want to take a moment to go back to our socials because our family members are joining the conversation as we encourage you to do. Tyra Lynn Natay asks, what's the song Ron was referring to about the sun on the other side. Wait now. I'm going to have to ask because I don't know. I
remember that. It was like something when we was a kid or something.
Yes.
Remember that? It was like one of those little songs, like what was that? Electric Company kind of vibey song. Remember that?
Yes, but I couldn't tell you. Oh my goodness! And to your comment, Helen, she writes, "That's why it's called the music business." Okay,
That's
that's exactly why it's called the music business. But I want to go back to what we were talking about just before the break. I was telling everybody about your commitment to service, about your commitment to serving others. Now I know what I know, and I hope it's okay with you that I'm mentioning this. I know that you all had taken a break from being Helen Bruner and Terry Jones as vocalists and performers and artists, to take time for yourselves, to take time for your own mental health and things of that nature. You just didn't have the bandwidth from our conversations. Again, I hope it's okay that I'm sharing this because we've all been through, the loss of our rocks, the loss of our rocks. Right. Family, you've all heard me say, I lost my rock in 2018 and I don't remember anything of 2019 after her service, which was 1/9/19. After 1/9/19, I don't know any more of 2019. My memory picks back up in 2020. So, in talking about that, it's amazing to me though, because I don't have this same story. You guys, the two of you, with the legacy that you both have, you, Terry, with Mom Linda Jones, for those of you who are unfamiliar, and Helen. Let's not forget the legacy that you have with your family member in the museum in Inman. We're walking in Inman, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's my." Was it your grandfather? Yes, your grandfather who's in the museum, and let's not forget our legacy. But what I know of the two of you, like I said, during the time that you all were trying to regroup, rebuild, trying to maintain, get your heart back together, you were out here helping everybody else, myself included. You were out here helping everybody else and leading the charge from a local chapter standpoint for the local chapter of the Recording Academy. I'm saying all of this to ask, how? How? From where?
Well,
did you find the strength?
God was talking to I can tell you my mom about 7 days before she passed away. I said, "Mommy, I'm thinking about going." I didn't know she was going to leave. I said, "I'm thinking about going back to the chapter asked me to run again for trustee." And she said, "Go do it." She said, "You got a lot more to do with the Recording Academy." I said, "I don't know." She said, "No, you should." Thank God I did, because that, with me not being able to help me in my music, because my mom was my unicorn. She was the reason why I did it. Like in the beginning, it was all me, but then it became all about her. And she was Terry and I's just like, I mean, you talk about a rock, God, Gibraltar.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so in doing so, coming back and looking at what was needed in our music community and with our, our culture, inside of the music industry, it was second nature. I could give all that I couldn't do for me and Terry or do for myself. It was so easy to do for others and to see their smile and to the energy. It was like filling me up. It was just filling me up and filling me up. So it was easy. It was second nature.
Yeah. And for me too, it was second nature. Currently serving, as you know, Carol, trustee of the Recording Academy. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's the Grammy organization. And the same thing, it gave us a way, a great opportunity to give back to others while we're grieving, to take time up with other things. And then in that, something else landed on our doorstep when the pandemic hit. There were legacy artists who were not able to get their royalties and were not getting paid. And as a result of my mom and her legacy, And me not getting her royalties for many, many years, I was able
Never.
to reclaim her legacy during the pandemic. And as a result of that, we were able to help other legacy artists that were not getting paid, and now they're getting their royalties. So, you know.
If I could interject just one moment, I want to make sure our family members are well versed. So these ladies are talking about the Recording Academy, which is the organization that hosts and facilitates the Grammy Awards, everything associated with the Grammy Awards. Terry is the Philadelphia chapter's local, well, she's the trustee. That's not local at all. Excuse me. That's a national elected leadership position. And the trustees are the individuals who make the rules that govern the organization. So when you listen to these two ladies talk about serving for an organization and then serving legacy artists. And when we talk about legacy, first of all, let me go back to this. Terry's talking about her mother, Linda Jones, and hypnotized. Listen.
You better sing it.
When I tell you I grew up with, well, see, I don't tell you that. I don't even tell you that. I grew up, singing it. My cousin Misty, whom you know very well, played that habitually. I think she might still have it. No, seriously. Wow. And my Uncle Charlie, who had his speakeasy.
Wow.
Right there. Listen.
Later on, I mean, in life, when I can't do this no more, I want a speakeasy.
I'm not mad at that. I want a juke joint. That's what I want.
Soul food.
Some good soul food. But family, I want you to understand that about which we're speaking. So we're talking about legacy, meaning the artists that we all know and love, whose music we are all still singing. And Terry says, I didn't receive any royalties. Okay. Wait. I got to go to our family members real quick. Tyra, are you laughing at us? Tyra Lynn is laughing at my juke joint and your speakeasy. Okay.
And then it's got to have music. It's got to have a music component to it. Live performance.
What?
Okay.
What? Oh, yeah. And in my juke joint, I'm going to have a big chair for me. Okay, you see me in my big comfy chair. I'm going to have a big comfy chair that's only for me.
Come in the house, here we go. Let's do this.
She said, yes, I am. So she said, yes. She was laughing. Listen, you are going to want to come to our juke joint and speak easy. You hear me? You are going to want to be in there.
Right, you're gonna have codes to get in though.
It's the place to be.
Oh, just like that. Wait a minute. Just what is it? The cookie place. You're gonna have to have a code to get in. You're gonna have to know. Tyra, you're not ready. You're not ready. She says she'll be hosting. She's going. Okay,
she'll be hosting. Okay.
All right, I love it. But family, look at me. I'm mixing apples with oranges. Let me get back to what I was talking about. This is what we do.
Okay, this is what we do all the time, right, Carol?
This is what we do all the time. Okay. So, but I want to make sure our family members are well versed in who you are as women, as ladies, as pillars of our community, and that they know that just all that you do. And when I say, or when Terry mentioned that they have helped legacy artists, we're talking about artists who were in need. We're talking about artists who were unable to receive. They weren't unable. They were not receiving their just due. Mm-hmm. They were not receiving their just due. And and it's no mystery why it fell into your lap, because it just came upon them, because Terry was doing the research and doing the work as it pertained to her own mother. But people said, wait a minute. Oh, so you know how to do, can you help me? Mm-hmm. Here you are again, called into service. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what I know is that they said, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Well, just first of all, tell us what's going on. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let's figure this out. Yeah, that's what I know.
It fell in our lap. Terry and I spent a lot of money with attorneys over the years when we were, many years ago when we were learning and understanding this industry. Mm-hmm. Ever, nothing. Mom Linda being sampled, songs being released, seeing her music in movies, Ali with Will Smith. Mm-hmm. Nothing. They didn't know she had a daughter. They didn't know, that she had an heir. But when Black Lives Matter happened, Terry looked at me. I said, everybody home. And it was a pandemic. It was the perfect storm. And everybody was feeling guilty. Those corporations were feeling guilty because they knew that they were holding on and receiving interest on all the royalties from so many legacy artists.
All those
And we called.
years. All those
Just emailed.
years.
Yes.
And they said, okay. And the rest is history. I mean,
and I'm talking going back to 60 something, 67, 60. Yeah, for a lot of these artists that were legacy artists and producers and songwriters. Their music is licensed today by so many rappers, from Kanye West to, I mean, everybody.
Go on and on. The Rapper, Lil Baby. I mean, I can keep going on and on and on. Artists, Alicia Keys, Jay-Z. I mean, a lot of the artists. But what were you going to say, Karen?
Well, I was going to ask, okay, so I get how, being an artist, being a creative, we're used to creating and we're used to doing what we do. But how does that get lost? How does that...
Because back then, and maybe now, artists went in not thinking they were going to receive any royalties. And they had different managers through time. So here's this manager saying, okay, I'll handle all your business. Then you leave that. And then they're going on tour and they're making a boat. You got to realize it's different time. They're making nice money for them. They don't realize they can make way more for them on tour. So, hey, you get your little Cadillac, you got your little nice apartment. You coming from real humble beginnings where, y'all scuffling, you got holes in your shoes, and here's somebody giving you a new pair. That crazy fedora. You know what I'm saying? The women, the beautiful gowns. You know what I mean?
Right. Beautiful gowns.
The gowns and things.
Yes, so that's what I thought of.
You're able to put your parents in homes and take care of your family, and most of them were taking care of everybody.
Well, that's what happens. Let me interject for one moment. Family, listen, we're talking about a lot here, as you hear. If you've just joined us, you're tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. We're going to take a short break, but we will be right back, so stay with us.
Which mayoral candidate will make sure that Black Philadelphia is included in high-tech, high-wage job growth? Who will unlock access to venture capital for Black innovators? Which candidate knows how to educate our children and prepare them for careers of the future? Hear from the candidates on these topics at WURD's Mayoral Candidate Forum, Inclusion, Innovation, and Philadelphia's Future. This event takes place Tuesday, May 9th at 6 p.m. during Philly Tech Week. Join us at the University City Science Center at 3675 Market Street. To register, go to wordradio.com/Tech Week. This event is part of Every Voice, Every Vote, brought to you in partnership with Philly Tech Week, Technically Philly, and the University City Science Center.
Let's face it, life looks a little different. During these times, we're doing our best to keep our minds and bodies strong. And getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters, like having game night at home. Yeah, can't do that while sick with the flu. Now imagine family movie night that your daughter can't live without. Well, that's ruined. And don't forget your uncle's socially distanced cookout. See, that's why it's important to be at our strongest. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
This WURD public service announcement is a reminder that every voice and every vote counts. We are committed to keeping you informed, and we encourage you to participate in the process.
This is Charles Ellison, host of Reality Check on WURD. So with all this talk about vote by mail, you're probably wondering, will my ballot be counted? No worries. 40 states, including Pennsylvania, are tracking mail-in ballots. Simply go to votespa.com and click on mail-in and absentee ballot to find out if your ballot was received. Or go more directly to pavoterservices.pa.gov and click on election ballot status to enter your name, birth date, and county. Keep following us at @OnWord on Twitter, Facebook.com/4word, and #Word on Politics for constant updates.
This PSA is a part of Every Voice, Every Vote, a collaborative project of the Lenfest Institute for Journalism, with lead support provided by the William Penn Foundation.
Learn more at www.everyvoice-everyvote.org. Editorial content is created independently of the project's donors.
We're bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD Radio, 900 AM and 96.1 FM, WURD, Philadelphia. Celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media. Streaming online at wordradio.com and the WURD Radio app.
This is your celebration. I love WURD because WURD loves Philadelphia's Black community, because WURD is the voice of Philadelphia's Black community, because WURD is the brains of Philadelphia's Black community, and because WURD is the brawn of Philadelphia's Black community. This is Attorney Michael X, the angriest Black man in America, and I wish WURD a happy 20th anniversary.
We're celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media. You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. Welcome to the top of the second hour of Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURDradio.com. Listen, we're inviting you to join the conversation. And you can do so easily. You can do so either by reaching out to us on our socials on Facebook, or you can do so by calling us, and you can do that by dialing 215-634-8065, or you can call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. I want to say hello to some more family members of ours who have reached out to us on our socials. Adria Diane Hughes. Hey, beautiful. She writes, I am loving the conversation, ladies, and the musical history gems that you all are dropping. I love that. I love that. I love the love, y'all. You know we love y'all. Yeah. And we love the love that you share with us. Hey, so listen, that first hour went by so fast. It did. I want to get into what's going on with you all now. I'm so excited. I'm excited, right? I am beyond excited to share that you all have new music. Tell us about it. Just tell us everything. Woo! Tell us everything. Yeah,
we're excited.
Wait, I didn't do that right. Wait. Okay.
No, you did.
No. I was supposed to do like this. That's what.
Okay.
Oh, you know I am.
Well, you know, it's so funny because going back to the previous hour, you know, a lot of the younger folks in the industry in Philly, in New York and LA, when they met us over the past decade, they knew us as these business women, and a lot of them didn't know that Terry and I had a history in being major label artists or Grammy nominated artists, because you know we ain't walking around saying those things, and we met them in a different light. But so now with the release tomorrow of our album, let's talk a little bit more about that. They're like, we didn't know y'all sing. We said, well.
Hello. Listen, first of all, I'm so excited to share. Again, I'm repeating this because that's how excited I am. I'm so excited to share that you all have new music that you're releasing, that you went back into the studio, that you said, you know what, yeah, we're coming out there. Yeah. That instead of continuing, well, no, I can't say that because you're continuing your service to others. You're still doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you're doing it because you're doing everything. How about that? You're doing it all. But I appreciate that you are. I want to know now that because we always say, you know, we got a little life underneath us, a little life behind us. How did the recording process feel like the writing, like the subject matter, the whole process? Did it feel different, or did it just feel like, oh, I've been here before?
Oh no, it was definitely different because it's about life changes. That's what this record is about, and it's really just amazing. Which our wonderful Miss Sarah Dash said to us a few years ago before her transition, get in the studio. I need for you guys to get back in the studio and do what you do. Because she saw, we were just moving and shaking and doing everything for everybody else. What'd you say?
It's cute. She said the business is cute, but I need y'all to get back into that studio because you got a lot more music in you guys. Go ahead.
I love that she did. I love that she did. But that comes with some wisdom. That comes with a little bit of seasoning. I'm not saying age. Don't y'all better not tell me I'm saying age. I'm saying that comes with some seasoning. Okay, that comes with some life.
Go back and listen to when we were both signed. I was like, how they signed me, child? Like, and I was then like, what was it? Because I was young and cute. I'm seasoned and fine.
It's gross now.
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. I wish I had that video that you showed me the other day, because I promise you I would share it with our family members. Did you hear me? I would share it.
Go back Thursday.
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. I would have put it on right now. But one thing I do want to share, family members. First of all, Terry and Helen, can you tell us what the name of the project is that is being released on tomorrow, which is Friday, April 28th? What is the name of the project?
The title is The Second Overture. Second Overture.
I love it.
That is the title of this project. And we are super proud of it. And there are the everything that's included in it. It's the true life experiences, either for us or someone close to us. So it was just wonderful just doing it. We had freedom. We had to do whatever on this. And we didn't think about, oh, well, maybe so-and-so is not going to like this. We just created or, the creativity into it and try to speak the truth.
This is all from the heart.
This record is being songwriters. A lot of times it's like a script writer. You see something in your head, you see a story and you write it and you sing it. But this particular album is really life experiences. And the first single, I can't call it, is Real. And the reason why we call it Second Overture is because this is our second time around having a new normal. This is the first time that my mother is not with us with the release, and me and my entire career. So I've never released. We always would go and play stuff for her, and she said, "That was more bass." So, all right, y'all, you may be singing a little bit too much right here. Pull it back, whatever. Yeah. But we had to keep all of those voices in our head.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying? And the songs that may not be directly, we haven't experienced directly. We experienced it with our friends or family member. We went through it with them. We gave them advice on it, or they called us in the middle of the night and said, look, I'm going through this thing. They're not hearing me, or whatever.
So you're telling my business, basically. So you telling my business, basically. No, listen, I tell it. I sit here and tell them. Family, as a matter of fact, I want to share this, but to that point about sharing, because y'all know how transparent I am going to share something else in a moment. But this first, I want you to see this, okay, family? Do you see? Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that, family? Do you see that?
That's
family.
And I have to give a shout out to Adria, who was here. She's the photographer for the photos. Awesome photographer and videographer. So thank you, Adria.
Thank you.
Creativity.
Oh, MJ, I love it. I love it.
Because we were running around like chickens with their head cut off. We were like, oh my God, we got to find a photographer and nobody was really available. And if you can see that Q code, everybody, you can actually use that Q code, and it'll go to our all our socials, how to get the record, everything about us, our website, everything. Oh, look at these girls. Come on now.
Look at that. You hear me? Y'all better do it.
Let's talk about it.
Y'all better do it. Second Overture. Okay, I'm loving this. Loving this.
Life lessons. Life lessons.
Do you see the
life
orchestra
changes.
behind us?
Mm-hmm.
They're shadowed. They're in there, but there's an orchestra, a black orchestra behind us, because second overture, of course, an overture is everything all together, music, a big piece. So it's life, everything from today and back.
I was going to ask.
In second overture. So we're in our new normal. We're here without our ancestors, without our
well, you got your ancestors.
Yeah,
because you know, Mom,
they're with us all the time.
Is that physically?
Yeah,
physically, you need to call and say, "What do I do with this?" And to hear that, now we have to feel it in a different way. So you know, and all those lessons, honey, because sometimes Helen does need somebody to tell her some things. You know what I mean?
Don't we all? Don't we all?
You know,
don't listen. Don't we all? Okay, we all need that little. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
what
listen.
are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing?
This is real life here. This is real life. This is real life.
Family
music is real life. So hopefully it touches your heart.
Talk about. Oh, I keep interrupting you, Hell. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I keep interrupting.
Family.
No, it's okay now, but that's what we do. Family, that is what we do. The three of us, this is it. This is every day, all day, okay? And if you've just joined us, just know that you have not accidentally stumbled upon our conversation. You are actually tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. You know I'm going to say it just because I like to do so. That's WURDradio.com. Listen. Join the conversation. Give us a call. You can do so by dialing 215-634-8065, or you can call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. Now, family, I alluded to sharing something else with you prior to sharing that, because we're going to go back to that, because that's what it's all about. We're talking about the project, we're talking about the release, all of that. But what I want to share with you is that I told you that these two ladies, these young ladies, are my good cookie girls, right? Now, I said that. And I told y'all the other day, I said, now, I'm going to tell you what kind of day I'm having. I was having my little cup of tea, as I do in the morning. Okay.
You are not going to tell us.
Yes, I am, because y'all know I'm transparent.
God.
So me and Clo, y'all know my fur child, Clo. Well, listen, I'm not the only one. I'm sure everybody has fur balls. So I'm sitting there sipping my little morning cup of tea. I'll tell you how I make it. It's my matcha green tea with my turmeric, my herbs and spices, and a little bit of oat milk. So I'm sitting there, right, and some honey if I feel like it. Anyway, I'm sitting there, and I said, what is happening? This little fur ball walked out in front of me. I know what you're saying. Like, oh my gosh, is she sharing that? Well, yes, she is, because I was terrified and scared beyond life. Okay. This thing walked out. So my first thought was, what is that? I said, I can't let Chloe see this. If she sees this, she's going to flip. So I pick her up, because I said, ah! And she looked like, what? This is my fur child. Y'all know who Chloe is. Chloe looks like, what? I put her on the steps and said, go upstairs, mommy, while I try to get myself together and stop my heart from jumping out of my chest, because this little mouse, because that's what it was, walked across my floor, stopped between my desk and my wastebasket, right? I thought it was dead. What do? I call them. Come and get it! Help me! Come in. I get T first. I get Terry first. And Terry said, well, girl, I'm about as afraid as you are. Let me go get Helen. Let me go wake her. Let me go to wake her. Let me call her. Wake her. She calls Helen. Helen, Carol has an emergency. It's an emergency. Helen says to me, all right, Carol. Now, she is knocked out. What is the emergency? I said, girl, it's a mouse. It's a mouse. You got to come get it. She said, that ain't no emergency. I said, yes, it is. I was so upset. Do you hear me? So I told them, I'm being held hostage in my house right now by this mouse. I am upstairs. I cannot go downstairs because it's between my living room and my dining room, and it's probably dead. And she said, well, where are you sure? Is it what? Girl, let me get up. Well, y'all, when I went to go look, the thing had moved. It moved. So y'all already know. Y'all already know what happened. In any event, long story short, these two women saved my life, okay, because they came over, they drove to my house and took care of my problem. All right?
Mousy. That's why I call her Mousy.
Listen, I have to give Helen all the credit. Because you know me and Carol were on the stairs. Helen?
Let me tell you why I don't cook crabs no more in this house. Because Terry Jones and my mother went, I said, okay, come on, we're going to cook the crabs. Come on, let's go. Here we go. I get the crabs. The crab jump out the thing and they gone. I ain't seen them since. And no more crabs. Same thing with her with this mouse. Carol, and I am a night owl. Like I go to bed about 4 or 5 in the morning. It's like I got up to go to bed.
8:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30.
And I hear Terry, hell, Carol's on the phone. I'm thinking, oh Lord, what happened? A mouse. She's. I said, you scaring the mouse.
No, I scared Chloe because Chloe started screaming too. Chloe started screaming. You heard, she started screaming with me. Anyway, family, I had to share that with you because you know I do. You know I share. You know I share. And I'm so grateful to them. I think I said it 1,000 times in one day. Y'all saved my life. I think I did.
You saved her life the other day.
Y'all saved my life. They saved my entire life. Listen, Tyra Lynn is with me. She is with us tonight. She said, Tyra Lynn writes, I am on their team because I'd be out too. I'll eat the crabs, but no cooking. Listen, I'll cook the crabs. I'm all in. But I want to go back to this project. Okay. I want to go back to Second Overture.
Yes.
I want to go back to the day when you both said, all right, it's time.
Mm-hmm.
Was there something that took place? Was there an event? Was there like an epiphany? Like what happened? When
I heard my mother and she said, y'all better get the cracking.
Okay. Yeah.
Sarah, before she passed, so before she passed, she said, it's time for y'all to get back in the studio. You know that you got more work. And we discussed this a little earlier in the show. And it was scary because, we hadn't done it for a minute for ourselves. Like, a whole album. We did a couple of little singles. So we started first because we needed for people to know, okay, these girls, they do this music. And we released like a little house record, a little housing dance record called At Dinner 32.
Yeah, just to get our people in the water.
And then me and Terry had our first #1 record on Billboard was a dance record called Caught Up. We wrote for DJ Disciple and Mia Cox. So we said, well, we'll go into that world first. And it was cute. And then we said, but it's time for us to get back to the roots.
The real stuff.
Yes. And we were originally going to do an EP. We told you this, Carol. We're going to do an EP. We're going to do 5 songs, call it a day. And we told everybody we're going to do 5 songs. We're going to call it a day. And they were like, yeah, okay. And as we got to the 4th song, then another one came. And then another one came. And we had maybe about 15 songs we were going to drop some off the album because it just didn't fit. You still got to be cohesive in your production.
Okay.
So we started working on it. And we enjoyed. Oh, my God. But this time, this is the first time, because normally I play all the parts and do all of that. And Terry, that's the ear, all the vocal production and things like that. And this time we decided to call on some of our friends to come and work with us. We had Marcus Baylor on one of the songs called Living You, right, T?
Yeah, Living You. And then we
have is called Soul Nova Groove. And it's like a soulful bossa nova thing. It's called Living You. Then we had Junius Burvine, who the great
June.
Yes, June.
Marcus June.
Pharrell, Lauryn Hill, Anthony Hamilton. Matter of fact, you're on the song I believe he co-wrote, correct?
With Anthony Hamilton. Float. I'm on that song.
And he's on a song we have called Ever Stop to Think. And that song is about when you're doing all you can in a relationship and you holding this person down. I mean, you hold them down. But everything that go wrong in their life, they blame it on you. You the problem. And you can't ever stop to think, like, why are you taking it out on me? You know what I mean? And that song is that's a good one.
Then we also had Alexandra Fitzgibbon, who came in and put some live violin on the opening, the second overture.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, y'all.
So we collaborated, which was really awesome to do.
It was.
And we got Pops on there, Wendell Pop Sewell. You along with Marcus, and he played guitar on it, really sweet. And You know, it's really this stuff is what we have on. It's 11 songs, a couple of interludes, and
we're happy and proud of it. Yeah,
you have to be. I mean, it must feel that you must feel an overwhelming sense of like just being able to breathe and just exhale at this point. You know, and I'm saying that because, like you said, this is the second time around. You've taken some time, you've lived some life, you've helped a whole lot of folks, and you're like, you know what? Oh, well, we got this right here.
Yes.
We got this. We're gonna go in here and do what we do, and just share it. And what I know, okay, because I'm one of those people, is that we've been waiting for a long time. So I can only imagine what people have been saying. What we're going to do though is take a break, because I want to hear some of the comments that you received when you told some of us that you were going to go back into the studio. Family, listen, we're going to take a short break, but stay with us, okay, because we'll be right back.
WURD Radio Digital Tip of the Month with Stephanie Humphrey. Brought to you by Comcast.
As the weather gets warmer and pandemic numbers stay low, we can expect travel to be on everyone's must-do list this year. So if you are heading out of town, think about saving these things on your smartphone for safekeeping. Take pictures of your passport, driver's license, or other identification. Make sure you have digital copies of your itinerary, tickets, and reservation numbers. A photo of your credit cards and bank cards could also come in handy if your wallet is lost or stolen. Membership numbers for things like AAA and photos of your medications are also a good thing to have on hand. You can take photos of all this information and easily store it in a locked note on your smartphone or in an online folder on a service like Dropbox. But whatever you do, make sure you have all your important info stored somewhere safe before you hit the road. Stay tuned to WURD for more tips and stay connected with us at wordradio.com.
Pollution from trucks is a public health crisis. Diesel-burning trucks belch dangerous levels of pollution, and communities living near ports and along freight corridors breathe especially high levels of this dirty air. But this crisis has a solution. My name is Sasan Sadat, and I work for Earth Justice. I'm working to clean up our air quality, particularly for communities that bear the burden of diesel pollution. For the sake of our lungs, our health, and our climate, the future of trucking in this country has got to be zero emissions. Until then, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Earth Justice is fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. If clean air matters to you, visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
WURD Radio is the only African-American owned and operated talk radio station in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and one of only 3 remaining in the country. In the past 20 years, WURD has evolved into a multimedia, multi-platform communications company that reaches deeply into the Black community through radio, events, digital, and social media. It is considered the go-to channel to engage, interact, and connect with Philadelphia's Black community. Our brand is built on the personal legacy of our founder, Walter P. Lomax Jr., MD. Dr. Lomax was a brilliant physician who established medical centers in underserved neighborhoods throughout Philadelphia to provide high-quality healthcare to Black and Brown communities for over 30 years. One of his most ambitious acquisitions was when he purchased WURD Radio. He understood the power of ownership and the power of independent media. Through WURD, he wanted to ensure that Philadelphia's Black community had the ability to speak and be heard in their own voice. We are celebrating 20 years of Black excellence. We are celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media.
Tune in every Saturday at 4 p.m. for the Did You Know Show with host Bryant Green, right here on WURD 96.1 FM and 900 AM.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. You're tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURDradio.com. Listen, we're inviting you to join our conversation. You can do so by calling us at 215-634-8065, or you can do so by calling toll free 1-866-361-0900. Our family members who are on our socials are showing so much love, and we truly do appreciate you. Adria writes, "Thank you, family. It was my pleasure to photograph and film you, Helen and Terry. Watching y'all work your musical magic is such an honor and privilege. Continue to blast off with your album entitled Second Overture and your smash hit new single called, I Can't Call It, a major hit that is pure musical fire. I'm so very proud of you ladies. Now blast off and beyond." I love that.
Okay.
I love that. And then we have Craig. We have a question, actually. Craig Godwin, hey there, Boop, is asking, will you two be touring soon? Okay, that's a question everybody wants to know the answer to.
Absolutely.
Yes. We will be. I can tell you so far, there's a few dates that have come in so far, and I'm sure there's going to be others in between, but we will be in Atlantic City on June the 24th for their summer concert series at the Marina. So looking forward to that. And then Wawa Welcome America with Deanna Williams actually is curating a stage on Broad Street on July 1st. We'll be there in Philadelphia, yes.
Philadelphia.
And you all were just in New York too, right? You were just in New York at SOBs.
Yeah, with Mr. Christopher Williams. That was a lot of fun. So we're just getting back started. So hopefully we'll just be booked and be in your city, your town, or your country.
Y'all are already booked and busy. Talking about we just getting started. Y'all are already booked and busy, and the project hasn't even dropped yet. Okay. So now you listen. I know I love all of it. You hear me?
You know what I do want to say about I Can't Call It. I want to get your backstory on that song.
Okay.
We had a neighbor, Mr. Booker. Mr. Booker lived 3 doors down.
Okay.
He passed away maybe 15 years ago, T, or 10 years ago. A little before Mommy did, right? And we would say Mr. Booker, and Mr. Booker, you couldn't tell him he wasn't Otis Redding. Okay. So Mr. Booker said, "Hey, Mr. Booker, hey." Go into Mr. Booker, everything all right? I can't call it. And he go in the house.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. Mr. Booker said, I can't call it.
And he said, we come another time. Hey, Mr. Booker, hey, girls, I'm a singer.
That's what he would say. That's all the time.
Vibrato, man. Y'all know. I just decided to get married and have children. I said, how you doing, though, Mr. Booker? Me and T said, I can't call it. Me and T said, we are going to. What do you say? He said, because we don't know what's going to happen.
I know that's listen. That's a testament though to what you were saying and to what I said. You said, that's what happens. People say this, they say that, and I said, look, we're just being our unapologetic, authentic selves, and here you go. This is the perfect prime example.
When the pandemic hit,
when my mom passed, when my brother passed, the reason why I'm singing because I wanted to compete with my older brother who could blow. Who used to make me cry. Get on the note. They call me Lenny. Get on the note, Lenny. Woo. And he was my brother's a deep tuba baby. He could shake a room. So when all of this happened, and then the pandemic, we said, you know what? We don't know what is going from one day to the next. We just can't call it. And we looked at each other.
There it is.
I got to the piano.
There it is.
Wish you here.
Hell, how many instruments do you play?
I play keys, piano. I started with piano, and I play drums as my first instrument. So I can program, so I program all that stuff. And in my head, I hear it all. You know what I mean? I play a little bit of guitar, but not that great. You know what I mean? But the keys and the drums is my main instrument.
Well, I do want to share another story with our family members. I know they heard this in the past, but for those of you who did not hear this story, I think I posted it on social media as well. You all know I'm home recording. I was recording, and I had this technical issue that I just could not get past. I couldn't figure it out. I asked, I think it was 5 men. I had asked 5 different men that I knew who, were engineers, producers, blah, blah, blah. Do you know how to fix this? This, blah, 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 blah. And here I am talking to these two. I said, hell, maybe you know. I'm trying to record and I keep getting this and blah, blah. And Hell says, well, did you try this? And it worked. And it worked. It worked. Let me tell you how I upset people when I posted that you get. I upset a few men because a few men said, well, you didn't ask me. You didn't ask me. You did not ask me.
You asked 5.
Listen, I asked 5. Those 5 didn't help me. I want to take a moment right now before I ask you some other questions. I'm going to go to the phones because one of our family members is on the line right now. I believe it is Tyrone. Is that Tyrone? Is that you?
It is I.
Hello. Hello.
Peace and blessings and much love and respect to everyone. First, let me let everyone know I'm still on a very high because I walked my granddaughter down the aisle on Saturday.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, God bless her. Oh, yes.
Talia Wilson, she is now Brown.
All right. Mrs. Brown.
And let me just say, it is a tremendous family, a beautiful family she fell in love with. And my grandbaby asked me to walk her down because her dad was gunned down on his job 2 years ago. And she asked me, Grandpa, would you walk me down the aisle? I was just so honored that she asked me to do that. But getting to my question, can I just make a real quick walk? You know, when Biden and Harris won the election, I'll never forget this. One of the news media had a big picture of them hugging, saying, "Love won." And since that time and where we are now, it doesn't seem as though love has won because we are living in such trying times. I feel so torn up about our young people. But this is my question. My question is, if we look around and see that we're having this upsurge of relationship, destruction and killing, do you think more love ballads or love songs will kind of put something new in the atmosphere to kind of calm down all the different things that are happening in this country that's tearing us apart? That's my question.
That's a great question.
That
Tyrone,
is.
correct? I'm going to tell you something, Tyrone. A lot of independent artists, R&B artists, write a lot of ballads. We have ballads on our album, but you can't get them on radio. I'm talking about your WDASs, your Radio Ones, and things like that because it costs a lot of money. And years ago, you would be able to do something called regional records, and Georgie Woods and Frankie Crocker and all these great, disc jockeys had more control. Where now it's a person that may be in Texas who knows nothing about your culture. And they cherry pick who has the most money to pay. It may not be payola in the sense of I'm giving you this, but buying lots of ads and doing lots of things. Also, a lot of the music today doesn't stem from the church. What I mean by that is this.
Need an anchor, you're right.
It comes from the streets. There's a difference. We all were brought up in the church, so there's that element that's still in us that comes out in some of our chord structures, that love chord. But if you don't know anything about a love chord and all you know is about a beat, and beats can be love too, of course, but if that's all you know, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, and sister, can I make one more comment on that?
Absolutely.
You know what? I think that's what's going on right now. We have a lot of folks who think and feel and really believe that they are in love or falling in love, but by them never have been loved, they really don't know what love is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think right now, many of us are going through this mentality that there is truly, I believe, a sickness around mental health as it comes to being in love, falling in love, and knowing what love is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
agreed.
my take on everything, and I just wanted to share that. And
Yeah.
thank you all.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Spreading that message. Talk to the young people. Tell them your stories in life. Turn them on to the music. Turn them on to love songs so they can understand and learn some things and know how to court.
Exactly.
And not instant gratification.
Music.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
We all got to be encouragers and pushers and pullers of love, because that's the only thing that's going to save this country now from what we are going through. I love each one of you.
I love you more.
We love you
more.
more.
Much respect. Thank you for allowing me to share.
All right, you got it.
We love that you did.
Yes.
Tyrone, thank you so much.
Tyrone. All right.
Family, we love when you share with us. And the question that Tyrone just asked was a necessary one. It really was. Because music is a universal language. And like you said, Hel, the majority of the music that is being played now, or I should say being put in the forefront, is from the street.
Mm-hmm.
It's not from the church. It's from the street. So because that's what they're hearing more of, that's what their spirit is getting fed more of.
Frequencies.
Exactly. But we're here. But we are here. We are here. We are here. And I'm in agreement. Music is the universal language. And it is absolutely what you said, Tyrone. It's what we all need. It's what we all need. But, and I will say this, because there are some babies out there that are still open.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But it's, you know what? There's so many that aren't. No, there's so many that aren't, but it's because there are layers of hurt. There are layers of so much negativity that they've been dealing with, and so many other things that they've been dealing with that it's just a little hard to penetrate, just a little hard to get to them. Not that we can't. We just have to not give up. Like you said, just keep pushing. Just keep pushing.
I mean, even, look where we come from. I mean, slavery, they're not going through that. And that music penetrated and went through because it was delivered to them. But I mean, when I know for a fact rappers walk in with the best music, I mean, positive, and they'll say, "Oh, nobody wants to hear that."
Yep.
You got something about jail, you got something about blinging, you got something about disrespecting women.
Yeah, but we see it all the time. We hear it all the time, and we see it all the time. What are we told all the time? That, they don't want to see your image of you sitting somewhere, whatever. No. Take open your shirt up a little bit, or, blah, blah, blah. We see that, we hear it and see it all the time.
Absolutely. And I want to speak to that too, really briefly, because we have to be mindful, because whoever controls the media controls the mind. And the reason why I say that is when we travel abroad, when they see that our men are speaking to us in a particular way, or the women is accepting being called all these names, they will treat you that way because they think that, Black women, you don't, y'all bees, y'all like, yo, stuff gonna turn up, you know what I mean? So as soon as they see you, they treat you that way because that's the image that's being fed to them about
Exactly.
So
that's all they see, though.
There's no balance. Guess what? People love to turn up. I turn up, but also there's another side. So you need your yin and your yang. And all our men do not treat us in that manner, but that's what the media is portraying us.
That's what they're pushing.
That's what
they're pushing.
So there is a balance where before you had your turn ups, but then you also had your class. You had everything. Where now you only have 3 major labels that are putting your music out,
They're controlling everything.
We were coming up there, what, thousands?
Yeah.
You know, when we came up, it was about hundreds, but when, you know, before that, thousands of labels, you know?
Yeah.
They really were.
So we have to really be mindful of the music that we create, because it's not only here in the United States, it's globally. They're looking at us. And we
they
need
will
to
treat
set the
you the way
example.
the music speaks. Music for us is the largest export, bigger than anything. And
I have a question.
What they see is how they're going to treat you.
I have a question, Hel, about something you just said, you know, and it's a conversation that I know has been had before about the labels. You know, we, like you just said, we have about 3 major labels now.
You do, yeah.
Which is insane in comparison to the number of labels that existed when we were coming up, because it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
But I'm curious to know, we're going to take a break in just a few seconds, but I want to ask this question, give you a little time to think about it. But I want to know, where do you see the music industry going, given the fact that we only have 3 major label industries now? You too, Terry and Helen. Think about that. Let us know when we come back from this commercial break. Tell us, where do you see the music industry going as it pertains to the labels and you know, us as independent artists? Family, stay with us, okay? Because we're coming right back.
Jeff Brown, as you know by now, is a grocer who used his ShopRite supermarkets to address food deserts. His stores now feed about a quarter of all Philadelphians. More, Jeff started a program to hire the formerly incarcerated. His stores employ over 500 returning citizens. Jeff's solution became a national model for combating a food crisis and poverty. During COVID, when city government shut down, Jeff Brown raised money to support over 1,100 small businesses. He kept neighborhoods alive, from barbershops to our pre-K centers. Jeff Brown gives away numerous community gifts every year, from computer centers across the city to basketball courts for the youth. On Thanksgiving, he provides thousands of turkeys to help feed families across Philadelphia. So vote. Vote early. Together we can fight back. Jeff Brown is the mayor we need to change things and make our city safe and healthy again.
Paid for by Jeff Brown for mayor.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is. She could also make monsters disappear, especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart, which had been shattered in 1,000 pieces, just by giving her a bear hug. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
On your marks. Get set.
This weekend, it's the 127th running of the Penn Relays. This time, honored tradition has set the stage for Olympic gold medalists and icons in track and field. WURD welcomes all of the runners in the 127th Penn Relays. For more information on the relays, visit pennrelays.com.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURD, WURDradio.com. Listen, as we begin to, we're coming to the end of the show. I can't believe that. But before the break, I had asked a question, and I was asking Helen and Terry to tell me where they see the industry going as it pertains to the labels and independent artists. What do you see for really quickly, though?
Can I say something? I can't call it. Helen, jump on in there.
Really quickly, what's happening now is
that was perfect.
Y'all, that was perfect, T. That was a good one. The independent sector is actually closing up the gap. So before superstars say they controlled about 15% of all revenue, where now it's down to 4%. And independents are gaining leverage in a different way because they're using outliner lifestyle marketing or different things to really touch people. And also the younger generation is really into discovery, and they're going back. And really briefly, right now, majority of the music that is consumed on streaming services is from 2018 and back. The new music is comparing to what's being streamed before. And one other thing, really briefly, please download R&B, gospel, jazz, because streaming does not pay anything. You can have a million. The only thing you make is about $100. So if you want all of us to continue, and I'm talking about your legacy artists, download. You need to hashtag download Black music.
So really quickly, before we go, because I want to make sure our family members know exactly how to find you, know exactly where to go to get Second Overture. So can you please repeat, even though I just said it, the title of the project, let everybody know where they can go to get it, and share with us your socials.
Go ahead, T. Second what?
Second Overture on Facebook. You can hit us at Helen Brunner and Terry Jones. And you can get it on all of the online digital platforms as of 12 a.m. this evening, tonight. Release on the 28th.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, and we're also going to have physical CDs that's being delivered shortly as well. So we want to appeal to everybody because we know some people, they don't like the download. They want something to hold. Yeah. They want something that they can, carry from place to place, houseboat, car,
and we like to read credits. We like to read credits.
Yes.
On Instagram, we're Helen and Terry. That's HELENAND, Terry TERRY. And our website is www.helenbrunerterryjones.com. So come on, and Facebook, as Terry said, is Helen Brunner and Terry Jones. Helen Brunner and Terry Jones. So come on, let us know what you thought about this interview.
No, that's right. And wait, I want to make sure though, because you spelled some things, but Brunner is BRUNER for our family members who are listening and are not watching. But we also have another question from our socials. Craig would like to know, do you have any swag?
There is coming. Guess what?
Coming.
I love red wine, a glass of red wine, and we're going to have our wine. And Terry is a Moscato girl, so that's coming. T-shirts, hats. Oh,
we're going to have it all.
Get ready. Give us a little time. We know we're independent, so we got to do things in steps.
Listen, hey. And we're all here. We're here for every single step. Do you hear me? We're here for it all. Joey Washington, hey Joey, is joining us on our socials. He writes, hey H&T and Carol. Hey there. Oh, Adria, you know I love you, and I know you love me. She writes, I love you too. See you soon. I know you do. I do. I have to say, I always love talking with you all. I do, because I talk to y'all every day about everything. But I want our family members to know just how much I love talking with you, because we talk about everything.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about absolute. Y'all, when I say I'm serious.
We're a support system for each other.
We are. And it's not just about the industry. It's about life. Let me tell you, y'all, when I was staring at the wall, it was them, who reached in. Okay. As I mentioned that too, there was a comment made about mental health earlier in our conversation. We're going to talk about mental health next week. We're going to have some of our episodes deal with some scenarios around mental health, and especially because May is Mental Health Month. It is the month to recognize mental health. I thought it necessary to share that with you all because we all do need to take some time. We need to take some time, and I want to add too. There was a comment that I read today about Jamie Foxx. I'm not sure if you all read. I believe that he had a stroke, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, but they were saying the comment was about the movie on which he's working. And the comment was that, well, they have someone to stand in because he just had a little bit of the movie to complete. The comment was that everybody needs to take a moment, take some time to make sure we regroup, recharge. It just spoke volumes to me in reading that. I mean, I know it because family, I talk to you all the time about my journal, my bubble baths, my candles, all of that good stuff because I'm taking some time for me. Yes, but it brought it like right here for me when I read that today, that comment about him, and to remind everybody to make sure that, we're all taking care of ourselves. Hey there, Lily. Lily on our socials is joining us. Lily writes, hello, ladies and WURD family and friends. Nasir, I see you. Nasir writes, Carol, another great show, and congrats to Helen and Terry. I can't wait to get your CD. Nasir, you make sure you're taking care of you too. You hear me? Just before I begin to wrap, I want to make sure I recognize all of our family members: Lala, Dee Dee, Nasir, Lily, Joey, Craig, Tyralyn, Tawanda, Adria. I want to make sure I don't forget anybody. Joey Dixon. Hi there. I did not see your comment. Joey writes, peace, WURD family, one love, and jazz to you. I got it. I got to make sure we say hi to you, Joey. Ms. Viola. Hi there again. Alfredia, Monique. I'm trying to get everybody in because I want you to know how much I appreciate you, and I appreciate the fact that you share with us and that you communicate with us, and that you demonstrate the love that you have because we love you. But on that note, family, what I will say is congrats to you, Helen Bruner and Terry Jones. Welcome. I can't even say welcome back because you didn't really go anywhere. You were just working in another sector. You were just exercising another facet of your gifts. So I'll say, well, I can't say, well, I'll say welcome back. I'll say, because I can't think of something else to say right now. So welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. But family, as we wrap up tonight's episode, I extend my gratitude, as I do always, to each and every one of you as you continue to support love and life. I wouldn't be on here if it wasn't for you. And I wouldn't continue to be on here if you didn't join the conversation with me. I would be remiss if I did not thank Ron and Tyrone for joining the conversation as well, because your comments are always appreciated. Everybody who calls, everybody who comments. Special thanks to our guests, Helen Bruner and Terry Jones. Congrats on Second Overture, okay? Answer, I can't call it. Thank you for sharing your time, your energy, your attention with us.
Anytime.
Thank you to the entire WURD family. Special thanks to Miss Kayla J for making sure that everything runs smoothly. Family, I'm going to say this to you as I do every single episode. We are all in this together. You hear me? So you be good to you, but you be good to those around you. Okay? Because we're all we have. I mean, we got him. You know that. But we're all we have down here. All right? Have a great night.
All right.
Be sure to join me Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. I wasn't done. That's all right, though, because I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I got to tell them everything because I want them to come back. I want you to come back. Be sure to join me Monday through Thursday from 7 until 9 p.m. Eastern Time for another edition of Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Did you know Henry Ossawa Tanner, the first